Hey guys, welcome back to Ultimate S&S. So we're fixing to head out to Tractor Supply. It's out here checking on the chickens and all. Everybody's doing good. Everyone's been fed, clean water and all that good stuff. So talked to them last night and again this morning. They said that they have a few broilers that have corners crossed. So I'm going down there. We're going to pick them guys up. We're at Tractor Supply. We're going to see if they have the either Cornish or Rangers. Get us some broilers here. So I called them last night right before they closed. They said they had chicks in. They had some left, so let's go see what we can find. Came out today to pick up some broiler chicks. I was told last night they still had some right as they was closing, so came out and they were completely sold out of broiler chicks. But as you can hear, we went ahead and picked up some more chicks. So we're going to show you what we have here. We're going to get these guys at the house. We're going to get them in a brooder, and we're going to talk a little bit about the first stage of what you need to do as you're brooding chicks and why we're trying to raise chicks on our homestead. So we are finally home now. We're going to show you what we have here with the chicks. So last night I came out and I got the brood lamp and all that stuff ready. We're going to have quail coming out here probably at the end of the day, maybe tomorrow morning, we'll see. But I also want to pick up these chicks because they had told me that they had broilers over at Tractor Supply. So went out, said before, unfortunately did not have broilers. They had a few chicks left, so went ahead and got what they had left. And these are going to take longer to mature out than a broiler, which will be about 10 to 11 weeks typically with broilers, depending on the breeds that you get. So I ended up just getting some straight runs. They were $2.99 a piece. So we might end up with hens, roosters. It doesn't really matter at this point. They're going to become table food, will be my guess on this, guys. So let's show you what we have here. So as you can see, we have the water in here. We have a little shallow food dish. We're going to pull these guys out one at a time here. Come here, baby. So this is a black copper. I'm guessing that one's a little rooster. This here is a brown leghorn. Come here, baby. Another black copper. I'm guessing this one. Just looking at its face here, I'm not seeing as big of a comb, so I'm going to say that's probably a little hen. We'll have to wait and see. But then again, I'm looking at the feather here, and I'm going to guess rooster just because the feathers on its wings for it to be a day old are pretty long. And then we have another brown leghorn. Let's get down here where we can see them. So what we're looking for is we want to make sure that at least one of them is drinking. I didn't fill my water dish all the way up. The reason I don't fill that all the way up is if it does happen to spill, I don't want it to flood out the brood box here. So we have one drinking. We have 3 eating. Chances are they were eating and drinking at the store because they did have feed and water down for them. So typically you can look at these wings here when they're this young. And when you see how these are wedge shaped here, let's see if we can get it open his wing for us. Come here, baby. You can see the feathers coming in. They're very long already. This typically will be an indicator of a rooster. See how this one here doesn't have as much wing growth as this one here on the feathers. So I'm going to guess rooster. Maybe a hen on this one. Ow. So that's what we've got going on here, guys. We'll probably get the quail out here. I have been trying to leave them in the indoor brood for about 48 hours before moving them out, just to make sure everybody's walking good and stuff like that. Well, unfortunately, they did not have the corners crossed by the time I got there. They sold out very quick. I hope everyone understands that if you're looking at building a flock, it's going to be harder to find your chicks. You need to be there as they're coming in off the truck if you're certain breeds you're wanting and things like that. With this bird flu epidemic that's sweeping across the country right now, it's working its way down south. It started up in the upper East Coast and it's kind of fanning out from there. They're having to slaughter flocks off by the tens of thousands of birds. That's layers and meat birds, and it's affecting some other people's poultry as well, as far as like just private keepers and stuff like that, because if they get reports in the area, they're going to come in, they're going to look at your birds. They even detect that they might be sick, they're going to slaughter your whole flock off. So that's what the reports are saying that I've been reading on. You can Google any of this information, guys. It's out there, it's free, it's available to the public. I think it's very important though that you need to realize you should quarantine your birds. You need to have a run where they can get out of the coop, they can run around, but you do not have to worry about these birds that are flying south or flying around the country. Who knows where they're coming from? They could be carrying bird flu, and if your birds are just out free ranging right now, they could potentially come into contact with that. So very important right now, keep your birds in a closed run, enclosure, something, some way or another, to give them a level of quarantine away from wild birds. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. We picked up our little chicks. They were not the broilers we were hoping to get, unfortunately. It happens sometimes. But hey, I've got 4 more chicks. We're going to see how they turn out. If we get a rooster, he's definitely going to be dinner table. If we get a hen, we'll just have to wait and see. You know, my plan for these birds that we just picked up, they are going to become food for the family. The leghorns, they get pretty good size, so it'll still be a good meat bird. Takes a little bit longer for them to actually mature. So everybody have a wonderful day.